And now let us cut across live to Meghalaya, where LOP Mukul Sangma is addressing a press conference. Listen in.
Renovated house, so good to have a small place door, but then I think lighting is enough. Yesterday's development that has actually shocked the people of the state, and at the same time, my attention has been drawn into the manner in which the whole situation was handled. Now, when I'm talking about the situation that unfolded over a period of time, not just yesterday, but what has happened yesterday and which resulted into some kind of violence, some mayhem, that's not something which augurs well for the state. And anybody who resorts to violence is not in sync with what is expected of such kind of peaceful movement as was claimed. Now, therefore, all that has happened yesterday, resulting in chaotic situation, resulting in injury to quite a number of people, both from the law enforcing authorities as well as the public. This violence is condemnable, and we condemn. We expect that people will respect law and shall always go by the spirit of self-regulation. I've always advocated the concept of self-regulation. Self-regulation takes place when the people who are in the authority of governance ensure that people have the reasons to know the existence of law and therefore fear for law and therefore self-regulate. Now, what has happened yesterday is obviously it is because people have not realized the need to self-regulate and avoid such kind of incident, which does not augur well for the future of the state. But the manner in which the aftermath of the violence was again handled has again drawn my attention and drawn the attention of the people from across the state and outside. In fact, I was receiving a call from others because there are thousands of people who have converged into that location where the mayhem happened, and subsequently the reaction from the law enforcing agencies, the district police, was something which became a talk of the day. Why? Because as the police responded to the situation, what has been brought to my notice is that the district police Tura, or whoever under the leadership of the concerned SP, have circulated the name of the arrested people, where the names of the people were also tagged with the name of certain political parties. And these particular list of the arrested people with the names with the tag of their reflecting their affiliation of some political parties were sent by the police themselves. You must have received. All the media houses must have received. I also have received a copy from my own sources. Thousands of people. Have they identified the party affiliation of these people? Police is expected to respond to their call of duty in sync with the law of the land. Police is an integral part of administration of justice. Police is, I repeat, an indispensable and integral part of the administration of justice. Therefore, when we talk of administration of justice, you talk of enforcing the law of the land, which has been legislated for the purpose of enforcing order, so that people have this sense of fear for law. Now, from the manner in which the police have acted is a reflection of the fact that the district police is acting under the behest of political bosses who are in power. I repeat, the police has reduced itself to be an instrument of the political bosses who are in power. Have they identified all other people in as far as their affiliation to any political party is concerned? There are boys. I saw the list of the arrested persons. 19 years, 20 years, 20 years, 19 years, 21 years from different parts of Garo Hills. And we, instead of realizing their failure and incompetence, the incompetence resulting in what has happened yesterday, they have resorted to reduce themselves into an instrument of the political bosses. How is it that the police did not know what was happening? I got this whole list of the social media posts which were doing the round in the preceding days. I just got it now. You see, the whole so-called movement is being navigated in such a way that as though this becomes an issue which has to be taken up by all the people belonging to one particular community. You see, I have suggested earlier also, the sense of oneness amongst the people of the state is crucial for the peace, progress, and prosperity of the state. Somehow or other, I'm very pained to see that the sense of oneness amongst the people, particularly the three major tribes of this state, today is confronted by this big challenge. Therefore, if you go through this posting, social media posting, even the MLAs were being questioned as to why the Garo MLAs are not participating or joining or supporting. You can go through various media channels should be having that access to those social media pages. And in fact, for the particular day, there was a repeated reminder to people, somewhere more like a directive, somewhere more like an appeal, saying that everybody from every nook and corner of Garo Hills must come and converge to that place, particular place, in as far as yesterday's program was concerned. In the name of 𝗟𝗓𝗙, in the name of community. So whoever has gone, therefore, will be charged with emotions. How do you deal with this kind of situation? That means whoever is converging there is responding to this call of duty, which was somehow or other revolving around, as though whoever doesn't respond, do not bother for the issue of the 𝗟𝗓𝗙. It's very dangerous trend. It's a very dangerous trend. That itself should have alerted the government, the administration. Because when people try to somehow influence the mind of the people, which revolves around community, 𝗟𝗓𝗙, then you know what happens. I'm afraid that these particular social media posts, which are available even now, are designed in such a way that this particular problem is going to only culminate into something which will not be which we desire to see. That's the reason why I would rather urge the people in authority to address this concern in a manner that is designed to solve problems. We must realize one very important aspect of our responsibility. very important aspect of our responsibilities towards the state, towards the people. The leader's responsibility is to resolve problems and solve problems, not to create problems, not to create anarchy. People can have demands depending on the diverse aspirations, expectations, and some promises which are made by politicians also during election or not during election, on the sidelines of some political deliberations. So people will have their diverse aspirations, expectations, and the demand thereof. It is the responsibility of the leaders to analyze them, have a due diligence, and take a conscious decision in the larger interest of the people of the state as a whole. Today, there is a need, therefore, to call for a sense of unity amongst our people. Amongst our people, which should start with Khasi, Jaintia, and Garo, the main three major tribes, to instill this sense of oneness again. Otherwise, what we see today is that leaders are trying to remain relevant by piggy riding on Jaitpanri issues. If Meghalaya and as a state, we have to progress and prosper, we must all come together. And we must, any policy that we take must be designed to benefit all the people of the state. It can't be a community-specific. A leader, once given the mandate to represent the people and be part of the proceeding in the August House, the sanctity of the legislature, where policy decisions are discussed, debated, and decided upon, that sanctity of this whole process in our democracy must be understood by all the leaders. Therefore, after the election, when the first session started, when issues were being somehow brought into the House, I have alerted my colleagues, I have alerted my friends in the government, as we did in the past, resolve them within the four walls, lest they has their own, the kind of ramification that we witness subsequently. Therefore, friends, today, I would like to caution the government and caution the police that over and above everything, the responsibility towards administration of justice is of paramount importance. People must not be pushed to such situation where they will perceive that the law enforcing agencies have become instrument of some political bosses. That doesn't augur well for the state. And keeping in mind what has happened. Now, just to, again, refresh ourselves about what I'm concerned of is that the district police acting as the mouthpiece of a political organization, trying to defame and malign other political parties, that is not the job of the police. Police job is to investigate and find out, irrespective of who they are. And as I have repeated, when this call for this whole appeal to asking the people of the western part of the state, the manner in which this appeal has been made, as I have said, has been met in such a way that anybody who goes there will go in the name of a person belonging to a particular community. That is how it has been designed. Therefore, I'm sure there must be people from different backgrounds who might have had some affiliation or some supporter of different political parties, not just one party. Not just one party. because this particular educational program is